Shout out to my new subscribers, old school subscribers, and my TikTok family, Facebook, where you at? I want to see y'all in the comment section. Real quickly, you guys, I'm out here in my evening walk. Just got done taking my grown folks nap. If you don't know what that is, you should look into it, especially if you're doing a lot of weightlifting. Remember, you get all your gains while you're resting. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you get plenty of that. Now listen, you guys, you have to move in silence, man. You gotta move in silence and tell no one nothing. Now I know we get excited. Let me go ahead and pen. We get excited about the plans that God has shown us, and we can't wait to get started. But hear me out. God told you those plans and nobody else. So you need to keep it to yourself, because there's a lot of people plotting against you. And some people, they do this without even knowing. Allow me to give you an example. A little story time. All right, so everybody knows that I plan on going to Thailand, right? Now, let's say I haven't talked to a friend in, a year, 8 months. You push that like button. And we're chopping it up, or, this could be a family member. Somebody that you used to be really close to, but since your ascension, you know how it goes. So you're chopping it up, and, you're talking about, I'm going to, Thailand. I started back school. And the first thing out this person's mouth is, well, yeah, you really need to learn that language before you get over there. I'm like, okay. We'll just go ahead and just chalk that up to the game. Maybe this person's a little out of touch with how to interact and communicate with people. We're all in our own little detachment phase of our life. So some of us are taking it further than others, and have detached a little bit too much and have lost touch. Hey, some of us don't have that sense. Like, I'm an Army guy, so when I detach, trained us how to do certain things, and make sure you always have some type of attachment to society. You don't want to be a complete weird aloof. What's going on? What's going on, fam? And you let that go, and you're speaking, and then they say something else that really doesn't need to be said, right? Kind of goes without saying. And you come to the conclusion that this person ain't too happy for you. Now here's a problem, right? Absolutely not. This ain't joke time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a comedian, and neither are you. This is story time, rant time, and where we communicate and connect with the soul tribe. But this ain't no, what I look like, a jokester? I don't know. Like a clown? Do I look like a comedian? What's going on? Salute to the tribe. Cousin showed up. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, cuz, let me go ahead and put an example out your way. Let's say, we got a family member. I ain't talked to him in a while. You know how I move, man. I don't be bothering everybody every month. You know what I mean? And sometimes those months get away from me. You know what I mean? But let's say the first thing out of their mouth, before you even really say that, you're back in school, you're talking about going to Thailand, and they know you're going, even though you've only mentioned it to them like once. They're probably like tracking social media. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to Thailand. And like, well, you need to learn that language before you go over there. You want to know what that means? How I think and how I know, how people think. This person don't talk to him on a regular basis, but definitely close niche to the family. And, I'm not getting along with every family member. So what can you say about somebody that's retired, that's building a business while they're retired? Everything legal, nothing under hand it being done, can't get arrested for anything. Um, your kid gets hurt in school and has to go to the hospital, and even the doctors who call CPS on you couldn't do nothing because you got everything so squared away. You know, so the only thing you can say is, this guy's going, this is how the conversation goes with those haters. This guy's going over there to another country. You know, excuse my old black man voice. You know, my friend is a little bit older. This guy's going over there to another country. He don't know the language, taking his children with him. You know, that's dangerous right there. Like that don't seem like a good idea to me. You know, this is how the conversation would go. And that's why that person, without me even bringing up learning their language, brought that up. It's been heavy on his mind. And if you let people talk long enough, they'll tell on themselves every single time. So that was a tell right there, because I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody tell me they're going to Thailand, Vietnam, Korea, Japan, Germany, because Germany's on the map now, man. I'm thinking about going out to Germany, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I can afford it. So listen. We're gonna do that. You know, we're gonna stick to the plan. But I would be proud and happy for them, right? I got friends that respond the right kind of way whenever I tell them I'm about to do something, because they know I'm the kind of person who thinks things out. I don't do things, you know, off of a whim or anything crazy like that, right? If that was the case, I wouldn't have been strategic when I was planning my exit with the crazy ex-wife who decided to take a 36-day reprieve from her marriage. While she was out there getting blown out and banged up and whatever else, I was plotting, planning, and packing up and, you know, making a plan on moving to my dad's and then finding somewhere to live out in Nashville, North Carolina. So, you know, I'm not one of those people to mess with, dude. you be thinking, listen, let me tell you something about my ex when she cheated. And, you know, I never got proof, but allegedly, you know, when she cheated, man, I was on the phone when she would call and stuff, talking to her like, I miss you. So, what are you up to? And she would be talking junk. She'd be like, none of your business. Blah, 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 going off and stuff. And I'd be like, don't be like that, baby. Like, what about us? What about all these years? Now, I'm just saying this stuff because I want to see. I do this with people. I'm emotional, man. So when you let people talk, like, they'll tell you about themselves and they'll tell you thinking about you and everything. So she thought I was down and out. And, you know, remember when she planned her exit, she filed her taxes, claimed me and my kid, you know, entrepreneur. I don't get a W-2, right? I got to file my own taxes with, you know what I mean? Tax attorney. So she just took it upon herself to do it herself. And then run off with the money and then go upstate. And then every time she talked to me, you know, she always had something smart to say. I'm like, man, you getting railed out, man. Them niggas up there, because she took money with her. So I know she's going up there to, you know, get around some niggas. some fookies, you know, like, yeah, they talking some cash money. And I would just be on the phone like, but why are you talking to me like this? All I wanted, you know, is to make sure that you're okay and your kid's okay. And she be going off. She thought she had the upper hand. She started talking with some slang, y'all. And my ex is like a white chick, like suburb white chick. So when she started like talking with slang, I was like, oh man, you got some dick down the throat, man. You over here listening to Negroes, you know, because you sound, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but you know, if you don't grow up in a certain area, even if you're black, if you're saying certain things, you sound crazy. It don't sound right. I don't know why people think they can just say anything. No, it don't sound right. You got to be from that area. Otherwise, it just sounds weird. Start putting things together, man. And you realize, oh yeah, this person don't care about me, man. This person's talking more junk about me than anyone else around her. So it made the decision very easy to roll out on her. And then, you know, I've got that ability to notice. I can read between lines. So when someone's saying something, I can really figure out what they're not saying. Like if she's going off on me and talking about, yeah, I might not come back at all, and telling my dad she's not coming back and all this stuff like that. And then 2 weeks later talking about she's coming back, and nah, you was up there, you had no plans on coming back. Somebody was sweet dicking you real nice. The pillow talk was great, you know what I'm saying? According to her, I guess the sex was even better, you know, but once he was done with her, He started talking whatever he had to and try to send her back my way. So, talking about coming, like, no, don't come back. Don't come back. You know what I'm saying? I told her, and I was real specific. Don't come back. We're good. I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with you. I know you're up there cheating. Oh, no, I'm not cheating. What are you talking about? You're doing what cheaters do. Every night you call me up in an argument, and I'll be chilling. I'll be chilling. She called. I was like, oh, you about to do some dirt. I already did some, and now you trying to make yourself feel better. I was like, don't come back. Chick still popped up, y'all. The chick still popped up. This is what she did. And this is how I know I'm tapped in with God. God showed me everything she was going to do. I even told her what she was going to do before she left, y'all. I was like, yeah, you say you're going to go up there because your mom needs surgery and be gone only 2 weeks, but you're going to use that as your excuse to cheat because when my mom passed away, I was gone for 30 days. And that's how narcissists are, right? They don't come up with nothing new. She used the exact thing I did to cheat and get away from me. My mom needs surgery. I got to go. Whereas my mom, you know, she went to the upper room. You know what I'm saying? Looking over me now. Her mama ain't heard nothing about that surgery since. You know, but I told her, I was like, you're going to go up, then you're going to cheat. And I'm telling you, if you're going anything over 2 weeks, it's over. You can't say that I just did things out of the blue. No, I seen it. God showed me. I told her. She looked at me crazy, called me crazy, and then did exactly what I said. She said, I will be gone no longer than 2 weeks. You're gone 36 days. I told you, don't come back while you're up there getting railed out by those dudes, man. Don't come back, man. But women want to do whatever they want to do. People want to use you, man. I'm telling you, when you realize, especially when you're a guy, when you realize that some heifer is trying to, she done decided that she don't believe in your vision. And here's the thing, man. I was planning on doing and working on doing what I'm doing right now. Just need some time to build. When someone around you don't see your vision or whatever, you got to get away from them, man. Like, I can detach from people and things real quickly. It's not nothing against nobody. It's just, I know that life is short, man. No matter what time frame I've been in my entire life, even when I was a kid, I know that this thing is short. Like, all life I've thought, like, man, I got a short run at this. I got to do whatever I can, as much as I can, before this thing is over. That's the way I've always felt since I was a kid. I see something slowing me down, I'm like, you're dead weight, gotta go. I don't care if I'm in love with you. I don't care if I'm married. I'll just go through the grieving process for how long it takes. I'm gone. I'm not going to sit there and stay because we've been together 9.5 years. It's 9.5 years. That should have been enough time for you to know better than cheating on me. You already made up in your mind that it wasn't worth not making $130,000 no more. Dummy, I had to build a business. Of course I can get back there. If I was already there, I know how that kind of energy and that kind of money feels. I'll get back there. Right? Just give me some time. But this is when you realize how people really believe in you. You realize what people are really there for. And you realize who they really are. So when I started cutting people off and being exclusive, when I reach back out to these people and they start saying weird things, like this person, the friend, you know, this person is about like I'm on the phone like, oh yeah, I checked your he didn't say he checked. He said your ex's post popped up, and I was like, I had to stop him. I'm like, that's none of my business. Why are you trying to tell me like? And I'm like, oh, okay, the devil's working through you. So it gave me everything I needed to know with that short little conversation, making sure I don't sit there and talk back to that person again, because it's like I don't need to catch up with nobody that's like on something. You already let me know exactly what you're talking about. My back's turned. You're talking about how I'm being reckless and I should at least learn the language before I go over there looking and picking for something wrong, knowing that if you have the ability to move around like I do, you do the same thing, right? And then bringing up my ex, knowing that I have nothing to do with her. She's blocked on every platform. If she's dropping any cryptic messages, she's hoping that somebody like you is going to get it back to me. We're not doing that, okay? She's a grown woman. She's moved on. She has had a whole kid since me. Before we even got a divorce, she went and decided to get pregnant by some rando. So you know that 36 days, I was right. You're not going to get pregnant by someone within a year of breaking up with someone else that you were married to and with over 9.5 years. I'm a man and I've been to war and I'm cold, and even I'm not even that cold. It took me 1.5 years to get over that shit. You have to see. Now I know what to look for with women too. If they haven't given any time to grieve in the relationship that they've been in, paying them no attention, period, point blank. And depending, well, how long do they have to grieve? Depending on the circumstance, depending on case by case basis. I'll make a, you know, an analysis of how long they were with that person, how long I think that they should have grieved based on how long I was with my ex, crossing that shit and be like, well, if you was with him 3 years, it should took you at least about 6 to 7 months of grieving. You know what I mean? But I think, you know, anything over for a woman, 4 years, 3 to 4 years, she needs to spend about a year grieving. If she's doing less than that, then she didn't grieve nothing. She just jumped underneath another dude and used those men to get over her ex. You know what I mean? But see, like since I actually grieved my relationship and I'm completely healed and I think nothing about it. That's why, you know, I don't do gossip. That's why a lot of people don't like talking to me, because when they want to gossip like he was trying to do, I shut it down, because I don't want to say, I don't have nothing really good to say about her other than I'm glad that she didn't try to get nothing from me in the divorce. Didn't have nothing for her to get anyway, but I don't want to talk about people. I don't like talking about people behind their back like that. I don't get off on that. I don't do that. So when I cut that kind of stuff off, man, it makes it to where a lot of people can't speak to me because they like to gossip. Most people like to gossip and don't realize they like to gossip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this is why you have to move in silence. So I haven't told any of my plans since I mentioned Thailand, because, you know, for all y'all know, once I get my passport for my kid, I could be in any country over there, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could go to the Philippines if I really wanted to. I just don't put anything out there in the ether, because people are like plotting on you, and if they're not, they're still sending you negative energy. Because if they're thinking about he should learn the language and checking on my ex's post, then that's not no one that's moving in a way that you know what I'm saying? That's find something else to do. You know what I mean? When crazy people that have ego problems, if they're posting stuff cryptic online and they don't make any money from it, like I have a whole online business. She don't have any business online. Just post stuff because, you know, she's narcissistic. Like anybody, to me, any female, because I didn't have no social media prior to building my business on. To me, any person, especially a woman who has IG or social media, IG and TikTok more specifically, you know, she's creepy. Like she's a creep. She's sneaky. Keep an eye on her. And I think we need to put this out there in the ether. If she's not making money online, right? If she's not making money from any of these posts and she's posting stuff and her IG is private, even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, those women got to go, man. They should be finding something to do. Find a way to make money with whatever you're posting, or, you know, find something to do offline to help, you know, to better you as a person instead of looking for validation from random strangers, you know. And see, I was naive to this, and of course my ex had an IG that was private. You know what I mean? When they have these programs, these apps, not programs, they're able to stay in touch with exes, dudes that they flinged with in the past, checking out future prospects. And I really don't believe that they should really have it. Not unless I have the password and she's using it for a business that she's creating, because otherwise, what's the point? There is no point if it's not being used for business, you know? So with these new boundaries I have, you guys, you know, I'm really cracking down and paying attention to everything that's going on around me. And I'm real selective with my energy, especially when I'm not online. Online, I have the weirdos that, you know, come through and, you know, try to trigger me, but it's expected. It's the internet. It's a circus. But in real life, I'm all about the peace. I'm not letting anyone disturb that. Like, so if you talk weird or whatever, I'm not going to feel bad about going to Thailand and going overseas and leaving certain people behind. You need to be left behind. You know, you need to be left behind. And I deserve this. I worked very hard. I signed up for the Army at like 16. Went in at 17. Turned 18 and in the military, you know, in Iraq. I sacrificed years of my life. It's all about sacrifice. I've learned that about life. I sacrificed very critical years of my youth so that I have the ability to move like I want to later on in life, when I don't have the energy to be ripping and running and, you know, going to work all the time and dealing with traffic and co-workers and you know, everyone that's nosy and trying to figure, I ain't gonna deal with that no more. I put in the time, and some people don't appreciate what I've done. Some people, when I was in the military, was hoping that I wouldn't make it, was hoping that I'd fail, believe it or not. And when I didn't, and I got out with honor, you know, and I've been winning ever since, it bothers people, but I have the discernment and I have the, you know, the ability to see people, their true intentions and how they're really moving. God has given me the ability to be able to see that kind of stuff, and I move away from them, right? So this is just to say, y'all, that you keep everything to yourself until God has manifested it completely in this realm, and then you can speak about it, because you're hidden enemies, and some of these people are working for the devil and don't even know it. Like, they don't think that they're hating on you, but if they're sitting there thinking about how can someone move to Thailand without knowing the language, well, that doesn't sound like positivity. Does it sound like positivity to you? They should be speaking life into you and whatever you're doing, and not trying to question whatever, you know what I'm saying, path you're trying to take. Because, you know, I'm 40 years old, I'm a grown man. Right? When someone speaks to me and starts questioning whatever I come up with, first thing in my mind is, when did you have the time to think about whatever I'm planning on doing, to come up with something to have against it, and think about, he should think, when did you do this? Because I can list a number of things just looking at you and knowing who you are that you could be working on to improve your health, to improve your money situation, to improve your peace, right? Just knowing the person, and over the years I've known them, but I keep all that stuff to myself because it's not my place. Nor do I want to put any thought into these different things when I'm not around this person who has not asked me to do that. So it's weird to me when people decide to think about what they believe I'm doing is a mistake and how I should go about correcting that. That's a lot of brain power being used on me that doesn't need to be. You need to find something else to do. And see, that's just the way that I move. I piece things together. I can figure out a whole conversation that someone's having when I'm not around. You know, I can piece it together, and then once I piece it together, I can damn near see these people speaking to each other, right? And then once I have that, it's over. Just like with my ex, she was playing me, and I told her before she left, you're going to do the same thing I did. You're going to leave for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to cheat. You're going to, if someone tells you this and you go through it anyway, oh, light just died. And you go through it anyway, listen, you want it. And you can have it, man. You can have it. Who cares? Let them go. And pay attention to people, y'all. Just like, listen to them. You know what I mean? They're going to tell themselves every time, listen to them. And once they do, kick them out your life. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and pan around. Let's go ahead and get one up here. You guys, if you're not, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. I normally always have my shades on, but the light died, and I don't wear the shades unless I have a bright light in my face. If you don't know, I have issues with my eyes from being in the military, documented, and get a little bit of disability for it. So there's a reason for wearing the shades. Okay, you guys smash the like button. Again, subscribe, and I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What do you think, man? Do you think that I take things too far and I'm paranoid? Or, you know, can you understand what I'm saying when you're speaking to someone that you don't speak to on a regular basis, and they're giving you unsolicited advice, and it had nothing to do with exactly what you're talking about, which lets you know what they're thinking about and how they speak about you whenever you're not around. Okay? So let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. Let's do what we do. I'm out here. Getting these steps in. I'm telling y'all, it's super important. Get your fitness in, man. Okay? Get your fitness in. Ladies, I gotta go. This is just too much sexy for y'all. I'm not getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and roll up out of here and go on TikTok and make some change if I'm gonna be showing my eyes, okay? Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and I'm gonna be back on here in a couple of hours, if not less than that, with some reaction videos, all right? Make sure you smash the like button. It's super important, you guys. I can't explain, how important it is in the algorithm right now. But just know, every time you hit that like button, you're definitely helping out the channel, okay? Now, don't make me get in my whole preacher mode. You know what I'm saying? And tell you, hit that like button or we're gonna close doors, okay? Hit that like button or we're gonna close these doors, okay? It's just a small seed. With your donation of a small seed of hitting the like button, you can help us out over here. Come on, I ain't asking for much. Hit that like button. Anyway, y'all, love and light. I'm out of here.